Welcome into episode 103 of the Cheesehead and the Bear podcast. You have Cheesehead number one, Connor Kelly.
You got the bear, Brennan Elgis.
And that's it.
Two-man pod.
Two man, two
Let's
man.
go. 103, two-man pod. Me and Conrad are gonna, have a little gap shesh about what's going on in the sports world right now, brother. How you doing?
Not too bad. It's cold as balls in Wisconsin. This shit sucks.
Yeah, yeah. Working first shift. I know I've been doing it for a little bit now, but it just sucks waking up when it's dark as shit out and cold as hell. It's not the best, but
Hey,
we
make sure
move
you
forward.
really start your car on Friday. High of -6.
Oh, dude, auto start is the best thing. So
Yeah.
that's the best. I also got an alert that one of my tire monitors that tire pressure things is out. Its
Mm-hmm.
tire's fine. It's just not telling me what the pressure is. I'm like, cool, dude. Just add it to the fucking list. But no, yeah, auto start, fucking waking up all my neighbors. So shout out the apartment complex, beeping it at least 15 times through the
Oh,
wall.
have to.
'Cause I'm not going all the way up there and beeping it and then walking all the way down. So beep that stuff. Start your cars a little bit, get it warm because, like you said, it's gonna be cold. But hey, we're close to summer. I'm excited for it
Are we?
in spirit and
In
in
spirit.
desperate
There we
need.
go.
Actually, I need it more than anything. But B-Day's coming up in February, so I'm pretty excited for that too. All the boys are going to the Dells, so
Turning
able to do some
73.
content up there, huh?
Turning 73.
Yeah, 73. 23 again. Here we go. It's gonna be pretty sweet, pretty sweet. But no, we what we got going on today? We're gonna preview the AFC and NFC championship games. We're gonna fix the eliminated teams in the playoffs, and we'll have to recap some divisional games, which isn't gonna be super fun. But we got to do it. Got to do it.
Been
But
there.
we're gonna do, and I got a game or two, and then we're gonna start here with some sports starters. A lot of coaching stuff. A lot of coaches moving around. Pretty exciting stuff. It's kind of weird not being in the cycle of, or being in the maybe we need a coach because Ben Johnson is probably going to be our coach for a while, which is awesome. But there is a DC in the NFC North that moved on to be a head coach of the Miami Dolphins. And that is Jeff Hafley. Connor, I'll give the floor to you. What do you? How was seeing that news? I know, but the
Yeah.
fans want to
Yeah.
know.
Um, no, I was really upset actually. I really wanted to keep him, give him another year with a healthy Packers defense because, we had a little bit of time of having a healthy defense and we were playing all right. Obviously, our corners always needed work. We joke and talk about that all the time, but besides that, we actually had a really strong defense and then all of a sudden just injury, Devontae Wyatt goes down, Micah Parsons went down, just injuries everywhere. So we never really got to see the full thing. And what Halfley can do for this defense is great. Unfortunately, he's now gone, and that tore a hole in me for a little bit. I can't lie, because I really, really wanted him to come back. And I'm
Yeah.
not like you were saying, like it's a job that a lot of people are going to want. I feel like, especially with this defense that we have and just the team we have in general, it's going to be a job that people want. But you know, there's great coaching options that could come in, but I also like this. I don't say it a lot, but it's like if it's don't broke, don't fix it. You know what I mean? Like he
Yeah.
was doing great for us, so we're gonna have to move on. Sadly, if you want to see who I want, you can go to Cheese and Bear Pod on Instagram, and you can watch that video. That's who I want. But no, there's a lot of coaches out there that can fill the spot, and I know that they can do well. Hopefully, that's what happens. But man, that sucked bad. I can't lie.
Yeah, I mean, obviously being on the opposite side of it, being a Bear fan, it was great news. Great news for the NFC
Yeah, yeah.
North. I'll give him his flowers. He is a very good coordinator. But like I said, and you said it as well in the messages, trying to be you, Mr. Optimistic. Anybody want any that job is going to be gold. I know Raheem Morris applied there already or had an interview. They've done it a few other people as well. Al Harris should be on their radar as well because he's just been successful the last few years with all their DBs, and that's probably the number one thing that you guys need help with is your DBs. So that would be a good guy to get as well. So we'll just see kind of who they go after. It's kind of fresh, and they had to get their coach solidified in there first. So I'm excited to see you guys pick out Raheem Morris would be a very good
I
get.
would love, absolutely love to have Raheem Morris.
Yeah, head coaching experience. Obviously, not very successful, but he has the experience. Obviously, with the Rams. Shout out you. He was on that team with the Rams, so that's always good to have some people that have been around the block. You know what I mean? And I think him and LaFleur are good friends. So I think that whole situation will just keep going. But it'll be exciting to see. I think Flores should be the next guy gone. Hopefully, that would be pretty sweet for the NFC North because Heffley was good for the Packers, but Brian Flores with the Vikings, dude, he is just it sucks playing that goddamn team every
He could, if he wants to stay at DC, he could come to the Packers.
dude, yeah, a lateral move would make no sense, but that would be a pretty good get for you guys, obviously. But I think he wants a head coaching job, and I think he will be the Pittsburgh Steelers coach. That is my
Mm,
prediction.
that would be fire. That'd be a good spot for him.
I've seen him doing interviews over there, but I don't know. I don't know what direction the Steelers are going in because either they are going to be exactly the same team with Brian Flores because he's obviously a defensive-minded coach, or they try to go for a really young offensive guy. But I don't really care because the Steelers are on the AFC, so that doesn't matter.
Okay.
Brian Flores. Next. Thank you.
Get out.
Next here we got Harbaugh. I know we're a little late to it, one episode a week, so we're doing our best we can over here. Harbaugh, officially a Giant. I don't know if you've heard any of that, all that stuff going on with the GM and the owner, baloney that was going on outside of it, but Harbaugh finally puts pen to paper and is officially a New York Giant. What do you think about that?
I mean, I think it's in a very exciting place to go. I think for the Giants, you're getting a coach who's been doing it for a really long time
I think we
and
put
was
it on
very
a top three
successful.
spot, no?
Yeah. It was like three or four. It was
Sure.
one of the top spots. Or no,
Mhm.
number or Giants. Yeah, number one. Duh. Um, Giants were number one. I mean, you just have such an exciting team with, now going to be a second year Jackson Dart, hopefully a healthy Scadaboo, Neighbors is coming back, and just a really young defense that can really play good football. So it's just a really exciting team, and to get a coach that has a lot of experience and is a very winning coach, like he's done very well for himself, and he's made a very big name for himself. This is a guy you want. I mean, he's gonna be able to go in and legitimately coach. I mean, it's his job, but literally teach these young guys, what to do, and I think really set them on the right path for the NFL to have a successful football team as well.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think it's good for the tone setter. Go in there and build a culture for the Giants, something they haven't had in probably a few
Long
decades.
time.
But no, only thing that I don't really like is his age. I think he's 62, 63 with my
Is he
knowledge.
really?
And yeah, was kind of surprising, but he is a little older, and I kind of wanted to see if there was a younger guy to build with this young, very, very young team. But he is successful in the NFL, so we'll see kind of how good the Giants look next year. That division should be interesting. Obviously, getting JD5 back, and Dak obviously is still there, and then obviously the Eagles. But Eagles don't have an OC right now, and I saw that. Oh my God, it made me laugh so much. I saw that they were interviewing Matt Nagy for an interview
Mm,
spot, and if no one knows who that is, do your research because he sucks, and I hate him. But Harbaugh's in the NFC
he is
East.
63.
63 is kind of insane. But, he'll go in there and change the whole culture of the Giants, which they need, and a good coach for Jackson Dart because, we're all Jackson Dart fans here, and we all like their team. It's just I don't know if Dable was doing the best job with that team last year or this
I
year, I
feel
guess.
like I still feel like they might have cut him a little early, but at the same time, it's like he was choking some very winnable games.
Yeah,
He got canned right after the
Bears game.
33 comeback.
Yeah,
Was it the Bears game?
I believe it was the
Oh,
Bears.
I think it was. Yeah, the
Yeah.
33 point comeback against the Broncos
Oh, yeah,
was
that was
that killed him.
probably yeah, that was bad
And then
too.
they lost again to the Bears, and he was like, "Yeah, you know what? You're done."
Yeah, I agree as well. He did get cut a little soon. Obviously, drafting Jackson Dart the year prior, it usually buys you a little bit of time to build up that quarterback. But if that's the switch you go to is Dable to Harbaugh, I think that's a W in my books.
Pretty good switch.
So if that's the switch, I think it's okay. Next kind of coach switch we got here is or fire. Sean McDermott gets fired from the Buffalo Bills. And it just kind of seems like the idea going around the NFL right now. If you don't produce in the playoffs, and I know we've probably been harping it the last few weeks with everything going on, you are getting canned. I think MLF is kind of the only guy to get an extension with how everything's going on right now.
Literally got saved by injuries.
That I
Like
think that might have
saved them.
been his thing going into these meetings. Like, dude, what do you expect me to do with half my team
He's
out? But
fighting for his life talking about injuries, dude.
yeah, so I think obviously Matt LaFleur got an extension. Don't expect another one if he doesn't make an NFC Championship game. But Sean McDermott is out of there. He's been to the AFC Championship game, but I think the Bills organization was just kind of like, yo, this was kind of like the last chance with no Lamar, no Burrow, no Mahomes to get it done, and you didn't. So you're out of here. And I'm not sure who they're gonna bring in. I haven't seen much of anyone interviewing there yet.
I don't know if they've really interviewed anybody just yet.
I've seen a lot of their owners come out and shit on Keon Coleman today, and that was
Yep.
pretty funny because I'm not a big fan of Keon personally. But when there's some front office stuff going on, I always find that hilarious. Obviously, it hopefully not being my team, but being the Bills, I think that's hilarious. What do you got on Sean McDermott?
Um, the one thing I was gonna say, which you hit on too, was this felt like his year. Obviously, they were they were the 6th seed, they were a lower seed, but still, this felt like the year. All of the real juggernauts from the last few years, like maybe not necessarily the Bengals, but like Joe Burrow, great quarterback, and then like Lamar, Patrick Mahomes. This is the first time they've been in the playoffs not having to play one of those teams to move on to make it to the AFC Championship or the Super Bowl. Um, so this kind of felt like the year of let's go get it done. We're not playing like the elites of the elites that we've been playing. Like this is our chance, and they just didn't get it done. And the Bills did exactly what I think a lot of Packers wanted at first. I think after we lost, everyone was screaming, fire LaFleur and all that kind of stuff. The Bills really did it. They were like, dude, we've been here multiple times. We had the chance, like I just mentioned. All those guys aren't in it. Obviously, some great teams in this year. Like, don't get me wrong, but none of the elite quarterback guys, and couldn't get it done. So they said, we're gonna have to move on. We're gonna have to find a new culture. We're gonna have to find a new coach. Like, we just got to switch something up because you can't keep going to the same spot and not having success.
Yeah, and I think their GM is still there, which doesn't make much sense to me because I couldn't tell you a first round pick that they made that much of an impact personally. I know Maxwell Harrison, I think there was that cornerback they drafted
Yes,
last year.
he was like 31 or 32. I think he might have been like the second to last or the last pick in the draft. First
Yeah,
round, sorry. First.
and he's been in and out of the lineup, but we all liked him coming out, so I guess him. But that was just kind of interesting. It's kind of like the same thing with the Giants. Like the Giants team's like good, but the GM is still there, and the head coach got canned. That didn't really make any sense to me either because he drafts like I'm not a big fan of his draft picks either. So we'll see what the Bills do. McDermott, defensive guy. Maybe he'll come be the DC for the Packers. You never know. But
Oh,
I think
nice.
he'll
Get
get
Matt
a
LaFleur and McDermott who can't make it past the first or second round of the playoffs.
dude.
Sweet.
Yeah, you know it. It's gonna be a match made in heaven. You just
Ah,
combine their heads and just somehow get there. That's what it's gonna
you know what
be.
that means? That probably means a missed playoffs if you got them both on your team.
Oh
We're not
man,
even making it.
live in Wisconsin. I saw a lot of people mad that you guys lost to the Bears in the first round. I could not even imagine you guys missing the playoffs next year.
Yeah,
I
dude.
think the city would burn down. It would be
It'd
it
be
would be
bad.
kind of crazy.
It would be bad. Real
It would
bad.
it'd be wild. Okay, Sean McDermott, does he get a head coaching spot this cycle?
I would say there's a good chance.
Yeah,
There's still some teams that still need a head coach. I think he's kind of proved himself to the point of like he could still get a head coaching job. Obviously, he didn't have success. It just wasn't working with the Bills, but I think he's definitely good enough to be able to get another head coaching job somewhere else.
yeah. I think he does. Don't ask me where. I just think he does. But talking about head coaching hires, we'll get to the last one in a second. But a hire that I actually saw and I almost threw up on the ground, Robert Salah is the new coach of the Tennessee Titans. I'll let you go first for this one.
I'll be honest. I think this is him just trying to get another head coaching job to make more money. Maybe see if he can have somewhat of a successful season, um, to then maybe in a couple years move again or something. I'm not really sure because the Titans, to me, obviously somebody has to coach it. But this team is bad. Like this team is bad. Like yes, you have Cam Ward. He could be great, but like just everything else around it just isn't really good. It's going to take a lot of work to kind of rebuild this team and to make them an actual contender, which in my opinion I don't see for like at least probably 5 years unless they go out and draft like some absolute stud and trade and do all that other baloney. But once again, someone's got to coach the team. I think he's just taking a spot. He's back into a head coaching position, and we'll kind of see if he can, make more of a name for himself because last time he's a head coach, it wasn't great.
Yeah, that was kind of the point I was just gonna nail in the coffin, dude. They do have the fourth overall pick, so they could do something with that, and they obviously don't need a quarterback right now. So it'll be interesting to see where they go. But nah, dude, I saw this notification. It unlike all the other ones, I was like, it kind of makes sense. This just makes no sense to me.
He was the Jets head coach, right? A few years
Well, he
ago.
was the Jets head coach, and then obviously this year, he is the DC for
49. No,
49ers.
yeah, yeah.
So I don't know. I think what you said, the first thing was spot on. This is a money grab, I think. So I don't know what he's going to go into Tennessee thinking. He's going to he got a 5-year deal, and I think he's canned by year 3 because the team just sucks. And it's
Yeah.
nothing against Salah. It's just like this team just isn't good. I don't
And
know.
in a tough division, like at least now, like with the Texans and the
Yeah.
Jags and the Colts, like it's going to be really hard to win.
And it's not even like if he was like a first time head coach, I'd be like, dude, go out there, try your best. He
Yeah.
did that in New York. I feel like you should
Yeah.
have learned your lesson of going to a
That's
shitty
kind of
organization
yeah,
and
like
like
we saw what he did with the Jets just a few years ago, and it was a bad team, sure, but he didn't do anything with it. Now he's taking a job with possibly a worse team than the Jets that he was on.
yeah.
Like, where do you think he's really gonna take it? Like, I get like you said, we both said it, money grab for sure, wants the money, whatever. But like at the same time, would you not want to maybe wait and see if you could get a head coaching job for like a decent team to see if you can
Dude.
actually have a winning team and actually coach a solid roster? Nope, he's going to the Titans now. So
It's
good luck.
like one of those memes where he saw Tennessee like area code call him and he's just like, me?
You want me? Oh
you
my
want
God.
you want to interview me? Not saying he's a bad candidate, but just all the people out there, I feel like he was just kind of like, sure, I guess.
Yeah.
I would have personally, for him, stayed in San Francisco. Way better team, way better system. Maybe done another year with San
I was gonna
Francisco
say
with a
was
healthy
the
team.
49. I was gonna say the 49ers were hurt too this year. Like you didn't even get a healthy year.
He had his 2 best players out for the whole year. So I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't like this move at all for him personally. To Titans, I could care less because their team just, respectfully Titans fan. I don't know if any Titans
Yeah.
fans will listen to this, but their team is just not good. And it's just, I don't think they're gonna give him the time to fix it. I think
Yeah.
this whole
Fuck, like
NFL thing is just the leash is just gonna be by the time the team gets decent, he's probably not even gonna be there, and they're gonna be on a
I
different
was gonna
coach
say,
already.
like if like he's on a 5-year deal. If you really think about it, this next year they're gonna be bad again. Like even if they have a little bit of like how many games they win this year? Like four? Not even two, three?
Give me a quick second.
Yeah,
They
because
won
like
3-14.
yeah, like next year you could go out there maybe win like 5 games. Sure, there's 1 year off your deal. The next year, maybe you see a little bit more improvement and you go to like maybe 7, right? And then at that point, I mean, obviously depends all the other teams and stuff, but it's like now you're in year 3. You just won 7 games. Can you improve any more? If you don't and you stay at 7 wins, now you're going on your 4th year and you just had 7 wins.
Yeah,
You're really not even being competitive in the division.
and especially since he's a defensive-minded guy, obviously DC, like who on that defense is he looking at it like, yeah, I
It's
want to
like
come in here and coach this
Justin
team.
Simmons, like sure, like he's
Jeffrey,
still sorry,
Jeffrey,
yeah, Jeffrey Simmons. I'm sorry.
he's older though. He's like
Um,
30 already.
ooh, is he?
Yeah. He's
Maybe
like
he is. I thought
29, something like that. But even because I feel like it makes just way more sense when he went to the Jets, because the Jets had a top 5 defense at the
Jeffrey
time.
Simmons is 28.
28, okay.
So I mean,
28, gonna
this
be
was like his
29,
prime
but
this year, going to be
yeah.
29. He's probably got 2 more years of
He
being
did have a
like
good year.
great.
I'll give him that. He had a really good year.
He's probably got 2 more years of being like great, really good, and then once he hits like that 31,
Imagine they trade
32,
him.
obviously it's going to go down from there, and that'll be on his third year. So
Yeah, and
I don't
they
know.
just don't have any other players on that defense that with my knowledge, is just like
Is
jumping off the table to me.
is what's his nuts from the Chiefs still there? The corner,
He was a Chiefs merchant in my opinion. He was just really good on that team, and I don't
Sneed,
know.
that's his
He
name.
really, yeah, the Darius Sneed or some shit like that. He just isn't good anymore. But I don't know, dude. It makes way more sense when he went to the Jets, like I was saying, because like they had a top 5 defense when he went there and made them really good, obviously. And then they had Garrett Wilson, Brees Hall, some guys on the offensive side. This team just sucks, and I really just don't understand him going there, especially with the history that he's had coaching the Jets, them canning him for no reason, and then you know, but maybe he's just like really good friends with Kyle Shanahan and just says like, hey, you get fired from there, come back on over anytime, I guess. So he just has like a job just safe at all times.
Yeah,
So he's
he's yeah,
trying shit.
he's risk free. He's got a
Yeah,
place to go.
I guess maybe we just cracked the code. I guess he's just
Maybe.
trying out shit, and then when it fails, and not because of him, it's just because of the team sucks. He's just gonna get fired, make a bajillions of. It is a money grab, Connor. This is exactly what it is. God damn it, dude. Fuck you, Bob Sala, bitch. But
Oh fuck.
if they do well, go them. I just don't see it happening.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while.
And then just the last kind of coaching change that I got right now is the Chargers hire Mike McDaniels, and I love that. I
I do
love
too.
it. I know we were saying that, talking about it a little bit, obviously outside of off the pod, but I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Phase adapt. Shout out him. And like I said, he's in the AFC. Don't have to worry about him. Because I think he's a great OC. I think he's a
I do
great,
too.
offensive mind. I think he's really smart. It's just he's too corny and like not trying to be mean here. His stature is just a little bit too small for me to be a head coach. I think he is a very good offensive minded guy. Him with Hampton and all those wide receivers over there, and Justin Herbert is gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be a fun year for the Chargers next year, especially if those tackles can stay healthy. Obviously, them going down killed their season from the beginning, and I'm excited to see Mike McDaniel's in that situation, because I think if they, let's just say, throw out hypotheticals, win that division, he's gonna get a head coaching job immediately the year after, which
Yeah.
would make sense. But I'm excited for it. He's not in the NFC. Don't have to worry about him going to the Eagles or the Lions. And I'm just happy all around. What do you think?
Yeah, I was super scared he was gonna end up going to the Lions, which was gonna suck. Because the Lions have so many weapons and he is such a great offensive mind. It was like, fuck, we are gonna have to deal with a great offense now, and a great defense, but besides the point. Yeah, I mean, you kind of said everything I kind of wanted to say. I love him going to the Chargers. I mean, Justin Herbert, there's a lot of talk right now with him, which we'll kind of get into. Um, well, I don't know. It's just like Justin Herbert is one of like the purest talents we've ever seen, like at quarterback, regular season wise, right? Um, so with this new head coaching opportunity, or sorry, offensive coordinator. It's just going to open up a bunch of stuff like Amari Hampton and just the entire offense. I think it could be really special next year. Maybe this gets him over the hump next year. Maybe Justin Herbert wins his first playoff game next year. Oh my goodness. But no, I love the signing. I think this is a great spot for him because it's a really solid team. Got a lot of weapons everywhere. So we'll just have to see what happens.
Top of the dome. Don't take too much thought into it, because we're gonna do our rankings of all the quarterbacks, obviously, in the offseason, like we did last year. Where where's Justin Herbert ranking in the quarterback landscape right now?
Um, I mean, realistically, he's still between probably 7 to 10.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah, 10 would be like kind of the max. I've just seen some disgusting shit on Justin
He's a
Herbert
top 10
lately.
quarterback. Like the
Yeah.
talent he has is unbelievable. Like, and that's something you can't teach. That's all just straight up skill that he has. He just can't get over the hump of the playoffs, man. It sucks, but he is one of the best quarterbacks that we have in this league. No doubt, top 10 is still great. That's where he is.
Yeah. Alex is texting us a little bit, so my phone
Yes.
is on DND. So if you can try to keep an eye on that, that would be
Yeah,
great.
I kind of saw a little bit.
All right, and then just it's we don't gotta deep dive into it because we got the summer for the MLB and all that bullshit. But I just wanted to come on here and talk about Kyle Tucker to the Dodgers just a little bit. I hate the MLB. I hate it
Facts.
so much.
Dumb.
I feel bad for the people that actually make MLB their number one sport because if you're not a fan of the Cubs, Dodgers, like the Astros or the Yankees or maybe the Mets,
That's
you just don't care about why do you care about the MLB? Like they don't care about you. They just care about the money. Um, I feel like they're starting five or starting pitching. Those five guys make as much as our whole team in the Brewers, which pisses me off
yep.
more than anything. And we need a cap for the MLB and a minimum. These cheapo owners that don't spend any money, like Mr. Brewer in here in Milwaukee,
Yeah.
doesn't spend money, and it's really annoying. Seeing all these alerts about him not giving, Contreras $1 million more than what he asked for. It's just kind of like, dude, he's the best catcher in baseball. Like
Dude, like we literally
it.
we almost made it to the World Series and we won't pay him an extra $1 million. Like, dude, come on.
So
It's so dumb. Like baseball is such a fun sport to watch. Like especially like this past year, at least for us too, like the Brewers, a really young team. We got some potential around with some players and like we actually had a run. We had a run in the playoffs and we actually had a chance of, possibly going to the World Series. Lost to the Dodgers. No shock there, but it's just like, dude, the high markets, the guys who spend money, they get the best players in the entire world. Blank check, it doesn't matter. They just get to pay them. So we have to go up against, hypothetically speaking, a $3 million team versus a $500 billion team. Like, what are we supposed to do? Like, it is literally not possible because of just straight talent and money.
Yeah.
Make a cap in baseball, honestly, is probably one of the best sports to watch.
Oh, I
Straight.
love baseball, the sport, but just the
Yeah,
organization of
it's
MLB
so
is
hard to watch.
garbage.
Like you just know what's going to happen at the beginning of the year. Like it doesn't matter.
Like people are saying, like, dude, we just have to dethrone them and beat them, so this shows that the cap doesn't matter. It's like, dude,
The
there's
cap
just no,
matters.
there's just no team that can beat this team 4 times.
Yeah, I was gonna say like when
I'm
you get
like,
to
dude,
playoffs,
what are you
you got to
talking
beat them
about?
4 times. Like yeah, you can beat a team, once maybe twice in the regular season. That's cool. Beat them 4 times
Oh, we
in the
we swept
playoffs
them
when
in
it
the
matters.
regular season.
Yeah, and
We
I
beat them.
see.
We
I don't
swept them.
understand any of that
That's
shit.
what pisses me off more than anything. We beat them every time in the
I
regular
think they
season.
were a little hurt when we played them though.
I don't give a fuck what they were. Um, they they just oh my god, dude, I just hate the
Yeah.
MLB so
It
much. It's
makes no
so
sense.
annoying.
Literally make a salary cap in baseball is just like it's fixed. That is the only thing you have to do is make a salary cap. Boom, done. Does
And it's
it
just like
done.
the people are like, well, the players are gonna hold out. Good, fuck them.
Good.
They're
Make them
ruining the
realize.
sport for the fucking viewers. But the thing is, the Dodgers make all their goddamn money back in World Series merch that
Yeah,
they
no
sell.
shit.
So
Every
it's just
year.
like, dude, it's just not even fun to watch.
No.
So I'm gonna
Like
say this, and
it's a small franchise too. It's like, dude, like we can't. It's
it's
just we
cool.
can't
It's
compete.
cool to be, the number one seed in the NL, get the bye, and then get fucking booty slapped by the Dodgers every year. It's just, I already know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Somehow, if we beat the Cubs in the NL Central and make the playoffs, like, cool. We do it
We
every
lost.
year.
We
It's like
lost.
it's must. This is like just like a Packer thing. It's just like a Wisconsin thing, to be honest.
Yeah.
Make the fucking playoffs every year and then get
Yeah, our
smacked
Super
by a
Bowl is
team.
just making it to the playoffs and seeing if we can at least get up against the Dodgers and then just lose. If
And it's
we
just,
win the first round, boom, we winning season there.
uh, thankfully we just didn't have to play in the first round last year, so that was
Yeah,
good.
no shit. But
But
beating the Cubs, I'm saying.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But no, that's the last thing. It's super funny because every summer, Jake Deller sends me, shout out him. There last year, I think the owner of the Brewers came out and was just basically like, "Yeah, I'm just wanting a fun, exciting summer for the family. I don't really care about competing. Competing is fun, but I want everyone to have a fun, good summer with families and stuff and shit like that." Not quote quote what I just said, but basically what he meant. And it's just like, dude. I'm not having fun. I'm not having
Yeah,
fun fucking getting clapped by the Dodgers every year.
yeah,
And then it's just he was like, dude, we gotta he lives in Colorado. He's like, dude, we gotta go to a game when I get back. And I'm like, bro, I'm gonna get shirts that says sell the team and try to find him and take a picture with him. And he goes, give me a size XL. I'm like, all right, dude, let's do it. But no,
yeah,
that's enough
man.
brew or baseball talk for now. We're gonna probably get some basketball here in a few pods, and then obviously when the summer comes around, maybe dabble with some baseball. We'll see. But we're gonna move over to reacting to some divisional round NFL games. So what I was thinking we can do, kind of go from like the most boring, obviously, and then we'll finish with the Bears game because that was the most exciting. Um, for pod's sake, I guess. So let's start with the 49ers and Seahawks game if you're cool with that. Um, and this could just be like the quickest recap of all
I was gonna
time
say,
because
I'm be honest, I don't have much to say.
yeah, this game was kind of over as soon as Shaheed caught the ball, and the Seahawks win 41-6. The Seahawks look good. I love that I put them one in my rankings. I won't lie. I obviously wanted to put the Rams, but to put them number one, it showed that they just were the best team remaining in the playoffs. Shaheed got the ball, took it back for a touchdown the first play. And shout out Eddie Pinheiro, the 49ers kicker, tried to, slide tackle him when he was returning it. I thought that was hilarious.
That shit was funny. He was literally
Uh,
just last ditch effort. Fuck it, here you go.
he's like, dude, I cannot catch you, so I'm gonna just try something. But Seahawks, obviously, we all know, really good defense. Not happy about it, but Charbonnet goes down. Sadly, he's tore his ACL, so he'll be out for the obviously the rest of the playoffs. And kind of what I've been saying for a while. Kenneth Walker, kind of a good player, if you ask me. 19 for 116 and 3. Dude, he looked explosive as hell. Whenever
Yeah,
he got the ball, Sam Darnold did nothing. 12 for 17, 124 and 1. It's just they're dominant on both sides, man. Their defense is disgusting. And obviously, you know, the 49ers were riddled with injuries. I think Tonjes got hurt in that game too. It seems
yes,
he
he
was
did.
banged up for a while. It's like at some point, like I was saying the pod before, the coaching can only do too much. If you have a
Yeah,
peewee, JUCO team playing against the number one seed at their place, they're not going to do too well. But
yeah, it's hard,
see,
hard win there.
Seahawks, Seahawks get it done 41-6. You got anything on this game that I didn't mention?
Not much. Just, I mean, we kind of expected the Seahawks to win this game. It was at home for them, and you had a hurt 49ers team. I didn't think it was going to be this big of a blowout. I will say that. I thought, might be able to get a little something going. I also didn't expect them to score 41 points, but it's exactly what happened. Kenneth Walker looked amazing. And you just still Shaheed with a great play. Cooper Kupp looked really good in this game. And just you can't 49ers couldn't really stop anything and they couldn't get anything going on offense, and we had talked about that the week before. George Kittle going down was a big hurt, but quite frankly, I don't think that would have had any impact on the way this game went, quite frankly. So, Seahawks are they're a really good team, and they're a team to be feared, and we'll see what happens next week.
Yeah. And obviously with the thing I said earlier with Charbonnet sadly going down, obviously with an ACL, he probably won't be ready for a few weeks starting the NFL season next year. Um, you draft in K9 next year. Does K? I think he's on your dynasty team. With my knowledge, I think he is. But how are you feeling about
Actually,
Kenneth Walker? Kind of when draft. I know it's super early, but
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
how
No,
you feeling about K9?
I think that's definitely something I'm gonna, kind of keep in the back of my head for the beginning of next season. Uh, for me, it all kind of depends on where they fall in the draft, like what, where's my draft position, like what's my first overall pick, and do I have to reach for him and kind of hope he does good, or is he kind of falling to me and it's like this is a great value pick
Yeah.
here. So it kind of depends on that part, but no, it's definitely someone I'm interested in next year, as long as hopefully they don't bring Charbonnet back and they're like, fuck it, he's got to get reps because he's missed
Yeah, dude, his
multiple
touch.
weeks.
He's got to get all these touchdowns again.
Yeah, do
I
I have
I I
Kenneth
think
Walker? I do
he
have
might
Kenneth Walker on my dynasty team.
give him to me. I
No.
think I think he could be like a James Cook kind of thing. Where in the preseason everyone wanted James Cook, everyone got James Cook if they wanted him, and he was a beast. Obviously, Charbonnet will be back, but maybe they just do something that's smart and bring him in slowly after K9 is leading the league in
I was
rushing
gonna say,
yards
I
by
think
that
I think
time.
it depends on how K9's playing at
Yeah.
the beginning of the season, which we'll have to wait and see. But if he's balling out by himself, don't even bring him back in. Trade him or something. I don't know. Just don't even
Yeah.
let him come back.
And at that point, like, say you got he's like your RB2 and he's just like going nuts. He's having like a JT season, let's just say, for those like 3-4 weeks. Dump him. Dump him for fucking like some other good running back before Charbonnet gets back. And that could be good value. Or just ride him out the whole year. I'm excited for K9 next year, I'm not gonna lie.
Facts.
All right. Let's just move over to the another really boring game, dude. God. The narratives on this quarterback is getting
Oh,
disgusting. But
dude,
the Patriots take down the Texans 28-16.
dude,
This game fucking sucked. I know
yeah.
it's
I
got
mean,
28-16, good number, whatever. CJ Stroud, dude.
we
Holy
do seriously have to
shit.
start having talks about CJ Stroud. Like, he's got the talent, but he can't show it. Like he I don't know. It is unbelievable how what he showed us his rookie year and then to where he is now. It is just unbelievable. So we're gonna have to start having some pretty nasty talks about CJ Stroud. I can't lie.
So, with that, I maybe we usually do the games at the last, but I think this is just a perfect time
Oh good.
to do my game.
Oh good.
It is a CJ Stroud, and we'll get back to the recap right after this. But for fun, because we can do whatever we want, just us two.
Yep.
It's the CJ Stroud. Would you rather?
Okay.
So I got some nice names, some gross names, some good names, and we'll just see what the temperature is with Mr. Stroud here, as of January 21st. Here we go. So CJ Stroud, would you rather? First name up, Tua Tagovailoa.
Hmm. I think I'm still gonna take CJ Stroud. Shout out to Tua. I think it's actually kind of close. But I think CJ Stroud is a little bit better.
I would take CJ Stroud as well. It's close though. It's
It is close.
It's getting disgustingly
No
close.
disrespect to Tua, but I think it's still CJ.
Yeah, yeah. All right, next name up, CJ Stroud or Shadur Sanders.
CJ Stroud. That's
All right.
That's crazy.
CJ Stroud as well.
That was
Hey,
crazy.
like I said, to some gross names on here. Like I
There's some
said,
gross days.
here we go. CJ Stroud or Jackson Dart.
Oh, I see. I haven't seen enough out of Jackson Dart. I
And you've
love the
seen enough
potential.
of CJ Stroud.
This is true. This is true. I haven't seen enough out of Jackson Dart to say that he's better than CJ. I mean, he was
Okay.
banged up for part of the year too. Like when he was playing, he was really solid, but he was kind of on and off the field. I have to take CJ Stroud still, but I'll tell you what, that halfway through this next season, it could easily be Jackson Dart.
Yeah, I'm the opposite. I'm gonna go with the same idea that you are. I haven't seen enough of Jackson Dart. I've seen enough of CJ Stroud, so I'm gonna go Jackson Dart here personally. The upside of Jackson Dart seems a little bit more friendly, I would
Yeah.
say. Next name up, CJ Stroud or Daniel Jones.
That's also very close. I mean, quite frankly, I think I say Daniel Jones. He was playing better when he was healthy. He was
Yeah.
actually having a fantastic season.
Dude was
Like what
MVP
he
talk.
looked like yeah, like what he looked like what he was when he was on the Giants when he won a playoff game. He
Who did
looked
they beat?
great. Oh, who did they beat?
Can't remember.
Oh yeah, that's right. Vikings.
The Vikings.
Trash.
Oh,
I think I go Daniel Jones. I mean,
love that. I do as well. Let's see how bad the disrespect gets for this gentleman, not CJ Stroud, but CJ Stroud or K1.
Hmm. I think it's CJ Stroud.
No.
I think it's CJ Stroud. Dude,
I'm
no,
going Kyler Murray.
dude,
I'm going Kyler
no,
Murray, dude.
I
I'm
can't do
going
it. I
Kyler
can't
Murray.
do it. I can't do
Yeah,
it.
you can. Come on,
No, I
Connor.
can't.
I
I
think this
can't do it.
rookie
CJ Stroud
season.
is still better than Kyler Murray.
So it's the season. Rookie season's holding on by a thread. It's holding on by a thread, dude.
They still got a thread though. You know, it's holding on for dear life, but
Dude,
it's still
give me
CJ Stroud.
K1, dual threat. Give me K1. I'm going
Threat.
K1. K1 guy though, so that makes sense.
Lowest
CJ
in the
Stroud,
rankings.
CJ Stroud or Cam Ward.
CJ Stroud.
CJ Stroud.
Better team, it could be Cam Ward. Terrible
Yeah.
team, we didn't get to see a lot.
Yeah. Let's see how gross this guy's gotten for you. CJ Stroud or Baker Mayfield.
Oh, Baker. 100%.
Okay, good. Good. Same.
100.
Well,
It's not close.
okay.
I knew he fell
Baker
off, but
kind
nah,
of slipped
Baker.
a little bit too
He
this
did.
last.
He slipped for
last-
sure, but nah, it's not close.
Okay. All right. Like that. Or not Cam Ward. CJ Stroud or Aaron Rodgers.
Woof. Dude, I think it's Aaron Rodgers. I, I really do. I mean, he's old. He can't really move, but he can still sling the rock. He could drop it right in the breadbasket, and he's not going to make too many mistakes. Like,
Yeah.
CJ Stroud, you're literally a blind mouse out there. Like, you don't even know what you're going to get with him. He's going to look great, and then as soon as he gets a little bit of pressure, he just chucks a prayer in the air.
Dude, it was disgusting. It was disgusting. Okay. Two more names here. CJ Stroud or the guy that was drafted in front of him, Bryce Young.
Bryce Young, 100%.
All right. I'm sad that Alex isn't here. Obviously, we'll meet up with him after the pod, but I'm going Bryce Young too, man. I think I'm not jumping on the Bryce Young train.
I'm
but
on it.
I will say just how Bryce Young was playing at the end of this season, honestly, all season, and what CJ Stroud has been doing the last
Yes.
few games, I'm gonna take Bryce. You give, and I think it was you, maybe with Alex, but you give Bryce Young this Houston defense, man.
Oh, dude.
It's disgusting. They might
Yes.
win 10 games with
Yeah.
in that division. And then the last one, I know we haven't done much research on it yet, but CJ Stroud or Fernando Mendoza,
I can't
Indiana
disrespect
quarterback.
CJ Stroud that much.
Okay.
He's fallen off for sure. We have to start having some talks about him, and he still has so much talent. I want to make that clear too. Like, he is still a very solid quarterback. He can play great, and especially the second half of the season before the playoffs, he was playing phenomenal. He was looking really good. The entire Texans team was looking good. But this guy, for Mendoza, hasn't even played a snap in the NFL. We don't know what he's going to look like. Obviously, CJ Stroud the last few years has struggled, but especially that rookie year too, he looked great. Like, we've seen CJ Stroud. He's still better. I haven't
Okay.
seen Mendoza play. I can't disrespect him that much.
Sure. But in the last question, and we'll get back to the recap. You giving CJ Stroud 50 M's right now?
Ooh, hell no. 50? No.
That's how it is, man. He has
I
two
know it's
playoff
how
wins.
it is. Yeah, but they're fake. You beat
CJ
Aaron
Stroud is-
Rodgers with one of the greatest defenses in the league, and you didn't even really do shit. Would he have one touchdown? Maybe? I can't even remember. I don't even know if he had a touchdown in that game.
Let's see what his playoff stats were.
There was 2 defensive touchdowns. They had
So
like 30 points. He had to have one.
He in 2 games, 462 yards, 2 touchdowns, 5 interceptions.
Yeah, dude, like, that's criminal.
Nah, I
He's
I don't
literally
give him that
Justin
either.
Herbert, but successful. Like, he's won a playoff game, but he's Justin Herbert. Plays like ass.
Justin Herbert has this defense. A lot of quarterbacks that have it would love to have this defense. So
Oh, absolutely.
I think you plug in a lot of quarterbacks on this team, they would have won that game. But we also have to throw in the idea that Nico Collins didn't play. That was a huge
true.
loss. That is why
Huge
I changed
loss.
my pick. But even that, like, he just looked awful. I mean, 4 interceptions. It was the game of the before the Bears game, and we'll get to that as well. He was just it was just like, bro, can this fucking game just get over with? Because I'm trying to watch the Bears play, dude. Because
Dude, it was
this game
turnover
sucked.
after turnover after turnover. Like he had 4 picks, and then well, actually, we'll get to
Drake
that. But
May fumbled
yeah,
4 times.
yeah,
Four
fuck,
times.
like holy
These
shit, it
quarterbacks have
was
been
just
dog shit
like
this
it was a
whole playoffs.
defensive battle, but like CJ Stroud just played like shit,
He
which was
played like shit,
making
and it's whatever you want to say about the Patriots and blah blah blah. Them winning is really masking how not good, and I won't say bad, but not good Drake May is playing. Uh, he's the stats look good, but if you watch the game, and I get it was raining, blah blah blah. I don't care. 179, 3-1, and two of his touchdowns, I know for a fact, I can't remember what the third one was a crossover over the middle that Pop Douglas just took to the house. And then the second one was Booty, made a really good one-handed
made an
catch.
amazing catch. That
So,
shit was unbelievable. The other one was Douglas again. I think they were on like the maybe like 5 yard line, and I mean he slung it in there. Like it
did
was
he?
a good throw, but it was
No,
a
that was Diggs.
great catch.
So
Oh, Diggs, I'm sorry. Yes,
yeah,
yes,
yep.
yeah, yeah,
Oh, yeah, he got blown up. Yes, I remember that now.
yes, yeah.
But
I don't know how he held on to the ball, but yes.
thinking about Cardi, to be honest, I would too. Um, no, but all these quarterbacks, dude, have been terrible. Uh, the Patriots defense is kind of showing up, but again, they're just playing like two teams that are exactly the same. Two teams with terrible offensive lines and a struggling quarterback at the time. You got to play who's in front of you, but the whole schedule narrative for the Patriots just keeps on going, and I'm gonna just keep nailing that into the ground until they get eliminated or win the Super Bowl, I guess. So I don't know. I think the Honolulu Cheese guys were saying it kind of perfectly. Whoever wins the Super Bowl is going to win it. And then like 2 years from now, everyone's just going to forget it because of how like kind of not competitive and how weird this season was. Unless it's like Stafford or Darnold, I don't think anyone on the AFC side is really going to matter too much. In my opinion, I guess I should say.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll have to see if the Patriots win it this year, and Drake May goes off, and then they improve even more because like they don't even have the greatest team right now, but they are playing good football. Like yes, he didn't have the greatest game, but dude, if they could get just a couple more big pieces, this is going to be a really tough team to beat in the next coming years.
Yeah, instead of just making it a whole another segment too, we can kind of just do this while doing it. To fix the Texans, we'll just kind of fix the eliminated teams. Fixing the Texans, I think it's pretty simple. O line, O line, O line, O line, O
100%.
line, O line, O line,
It was
and
literally
maybe
like we've said this, like the Patriots are getting so lucky because both of the teams that they played have had bad offensive lines. Their pass rush is not that good. And if you watch this Texans game, they were getting pressure almost every single snap.
yeah,
They were in the backfield every second, which
yeah,
obviously is where CJ Stroud was struggling. But
yeah,
like, dude, hold a block or something, man. These guys can't put me in there.
yeah, dude. I'll give him his flowers though. Milton Williams, their big acquisition from the offseason, their defense tackle is a beast. But besides that, dude, like you said, I don't fear any of their defensive ends really at all. But they're making them look like prime fucking Reggie White and Von Miller out there because they're playing dudes that suck. But what sucks for them is they don't have somebody just waiting in the wings like the
Yeah,
Chargers do with Slater and Alt obviously injured. Their offensive line just sucks.
yeah.
Obviously losing Tunsil, terrible idea.
Stupid,
Whoever's idea that was
stupid. Oh
should
my
be
God.
fired. But again, they just need to load up on their offensive line. Maybe bring in another running back that isn't Nick Chubb as much as he is a legend. Just isn't the same running back
That
anymore. And I
in,
don't think he's
that injury just killed him, man.
yeah.
That sucks.
And Woody Marks is cool. He's not a down to down back, which they were trying to make him. Which whatever. I don't think they didn't even know what they were doing, to be honest. When Nico Collins went down, they're like, okay, well, now we're gonna have to throw it to someone else. And Christian Kirk, as much as Mason loves him, had a career year or game the week before. Just isn't that guy, in my opinion. Sorry, Mason. And then the two, rookie wide receivers didn't do too much. So offensive line and maybe a running back to fix them. And then what do you think for the 49ers to fix that eliminated team?
Uh, I mean, obviously, kind of a cop out answer, but get healthy. I mean, you need to get your guys healthy. And honestly, I feel like they could maybe use possibly an offensive line, or I mean, depending on what happens, like maybe another receiver. I don't know what you're gonna do with Ayuk. I don't know what's going on with that whole
What would you do?
situation. I'd get rid of him and then get somebody else. I
Yeah.
don't trust that guy at all anymore.
Yeah.
Um, obviously didn't play like at all. Did he even play a snap this year?
I don't think he did. No.
I don't think he did. I think he got hurt before the first game, but I mean, he didn't do anything for you, and you made it to the playoffs. I'd honestly get rid of him, get rid of the contract. I don't know if it's super big or whatnot, but before you repay him, if they haven't paid him yet, then maybe try and find another receiver somewhere to pair him with Juwan Jennings. And
They
actually,
gotta pay him too.
yeah, they'll have to pay him. I saw actually they want to just a little bit before we started. The GM said they wanted to bring him back. I don't know what they're gonna do at tight end. I mean, Jake Tonjes gonna like fully take over because I mean Kittle's
I
getting
mean, he's
old.
gonna
He just
have
tore his
to.
Achilles,
Yeah.
so maybe I don't know. Maybe look for a star tight end in the draft. Maybe I don't know if they want to run with Tonjes or not, but I think somewhere on the offensive side, um, backup running back. McCaffrey's getting up there in age. So once he's done, this guy can take over. I think the defense will kind of you know, get back to normal once they just get healthy. I think it's still going to be a good defense. But I think if anything to fix, it's going to be somewhere on the offensive side, like another weapon for Purdy. Because if he doesn't have weapons, it's kind of rough out there for him.
Yeah, and it's just gonna probably bang this into a lot of these teams. Just O-line help will be great. I like
Yeah.
the shot of the running back. B-Rob is cool. He's just it's you could just tell the difference of the offense when CMC comes in and he comes
Yeah.
in. It's just crazy how good CMC is.
He's going to be a hard running back to replicate, but you can still get a young talent, and even if you wanted to, like find more of a receiving back that can kind of do a little bit of both. You can find one of those in the draft, or you can find somebody maybe in free agency, a younger guy. But B Rob is not the answer.
Just thought of this off the top of my head. What if they trade for Tajay?
Ooh, I actually kind of love that.
Yeah,
I can't lie because
that
I
would be
really
sweet.
like Tajay Spears, and I think he actually is a really good running back. Maybe not really good. I think he
You
is
like these really under the ground, just like mediocre
dude. I
players,
mean,
that's for
he
sure.
has a lot of talent. Like he is a great receiving back,
Yeah.
and with Shanahan and like this offense, I think he'd be able to take over, do a lot of the receiving work, as well as I think if you made him the starter and actually gave him reps at running back, I think he would do just fine. Like I think that would
Yeah.
be a great replacement for CMC.
Yeah, it's always fun to see who you start cheering for, who your guy is with this podcast. It's been fun to kind of see.
Tajay
Um,
Spears is the goat. Get him out of the Titans, man. Get him
yeah,
out of
for sure.
Tennessee.
Robert Salah, get him out of there. But all right, we'll move over to another AFC banger of a game. Won't lie. The Broncos in overtime take down the Buffalo Bills, 33-30. I'll let you start with this one.
What a
If you
game.
want me to.
I I'm trying to pull up the stats here because I
You're
kind
good.
of forgot. Like it was such a great game. I had the Broncos winning, and it was a battle. Coming out of the gates, it was kind of looking like for a bit that the Bills team was going to kind of take this one, and the Broncos fought back. I now have the stats up so I can look for my brain because it's not working. Here we go. Josh Allen, 283 yards, 3 touchdowns. Unfortunately, had the 2 interceptions. Those hurt because that's the last few years he hasn't really been throwing picks, but threw some costly picks. James Cook had
And
117
fumbled
on the ground.
3 times.
Um, what's that?
And he fumbled 3 times.
Yeah, that's right. Fumbled three. Like, dude, he was doing everything he could. This Broncos team is just so good all around. The defense is great. I mean, they scored 30 on him. Like they tried so hard to win this game. Unfortunately for them, Marvin Mims had the game of his career for the Broncos. He had 8 catches for 93 yards and a touchdown. You got cooked by Marvin Mims. That's saying something about the defense.
Yeah.
Um, One thing I was kind of confused about in this game is they didn't use RJ Harvey like at all. He
I
had
think Ed Oliver was back, and he
uh,
looking at it 6 for 20. Just obviously couldn't really get that going. And to be honest, I know we shit on him a lot. Fucking Bo Nix was low-key dealing. 26 for 46, if you're a completion
Threw a
merchant,
lot. Yeah.
I don't care. That I maybe it's because I'm a Caleb fan, obviously, but I don't really care about that. But 279 and three and an interception, he was dealing. He was playing really well. I thought the fumbles just for the Bills, dude, were
Oh, dude,
so
they
costly,
killed him, man.
and
Like,
it was just
especially the one right before halftime.
yes,
Like,
yep,
oh my God, that's the last thing you can do in that situation.
yep,
And you get a free 3 points with, if you look at the score, 3 points. Like
yeah,
that one field goal.
yeah. And I called it. James Cook had a game 24 for 117. Um, and I don't know how many times we have to really harp it, but they just got to get some sort of weapons for Josh Allen, dude. I
Yeah,
know, I
dude.
get it. They had Diggs for those few years. I don't. That's fine. Diggs is whatever. Killing it in New England, go him. But dude, look these names: Khalil Shakir, like Dawson Knox is okay. James Cook, Brandon Cooks, Keon Coleman sucks.
Like
Nicole
they have
Hardman,
Kincaid,
Curtis
they have
Samuel, dude,
oh dude, McCole Hardman too. Like this guy,
Packer legend.
you okay. You don't hear about this guy at all during the season. We talked about him a little bit earlier because he was on the team, but no one remembers McCole Hardman. Playoffs happen, he does something magical. He scores, he kick return, like he always does something crazy in the playoffs, which I think is really funny. But no, like James Cook, Dalton Kincaid, great. Keep those guys solidified, cool. You need a true wide receiver one. True wide receiver one. Get somebody else in there. I think Shakir is an excellent two. And just a couple of those other guys you could mix in, sure. But absolutely need a wide receiver one for Josh Allen. He needs somebody that he can really trust and rely on. Where if he's got to throw up a ball, he goes to that guy.
And it's the talk of the town. Did he catch it?
See, like that's where me never playing, and I love football and stuff like that. Like I don't know the rules like that. I'm not digging into the fucking rule book of like, is that actually a catch? Personally, I thought it was a catch. I thought he had control. It hit the ground, and in just the motion with his just he had his hands in there and rolling, he pulled it out and ended up with the ball. I don't know. I thought it was a catch. I thought it was Bill's ball, but I'm being
I
told I'm wrong from Joe Burrow.
I I agree, dude. I just don't get it. I think the NFL this offseason really needs to harp into it what a catch is and stamp it. And it was weird, like they didn't look at that shit at all. Like when it
No, that
happened,
was I was
they
kind of confused
they
about that.
they were just like, yep, yep,
There
interception.
was
We're
like
going.
there was like one or two replays, like actually watching the game, and it was like, yep, interception. I was like, really? We're not even taking like 2 to 4
Not at all.
minutes of like replay calling in. Like it was just nah, that's a pick. It was,
I've
okay, I
seen them
guess.
delay a game for even worse plays than that for like 5 minutes, and they were just
Yeah.
like, "Yep." And then I think he took a timeout to have them look at it basically again, and they're like, "Nope, we're good.
Yep.
Here we go. 30 seconds, it's up. We're going." It's like, God damn. Okay,
I mean, they were similar. Actually, never mind.
but no, I think it was a catch. I mean, looking at all the pictures, looking at all the video, he caught it, had possession, knee was on the ground, elbow
Knee was
was on the
down.
ground, touched, and all of a sudden he was at the last second, ripped it out, and started running around with it. I'm like, dude, what are we doing?
Yeah,
Dude,
I guess I'm
Brandon
not
Cooks caught that.
understanding what makes it from a catch to the interception because he had full possession,
And
is
that's
down, knees are down, feet are down, like boom. They hit the ground and roll, and during the roll, the other guy gets his hands in there and kind of rolls and takes the ball away. So I don't know if it's like if it has to do with him not handling the ball while hitting the ground. Because I know that's kind of a rule. Is like
yep,
especially on like sideline catches, you have to
survived the
um,
ground.
survive the ground. So I don't know if that's what's going into it. Is maybe he bounced and lost it for a second, and then he comes away with the ball or what. But I don't know. That was a crazy call. Obviously, I don't care too much about who wins this game. I know we want Josh Allen to succeed and stuff like that, but it was just a crazy play, and for a season to come down to a call like that, as well as there was another call at the end,
Oh, the refs
PI.
decided they wanted to be involved as soon as the overtime happened. They just started throwing flags all over the place.
Was it the PI? Is that what it
Yeah.
was? Yeah,
Yep.
that was also so. I don't know. Just tough way to lose the season for the Bills, but that's just what happens. You got to live with that.
And I think the NFL should really just come out and this offseason and stamp it what
What
a
is a
catch is,
catch? Yeah.
because there shouldn't be podcasts like this, Cheese and Head and Bear podcasts. Make sure you guys check us out. That are asking the question, what is a catch? Like, people should just know what it is. There should be no question what, like, if somebody has an opinion on it and somebody has a different opinion because they heard something and then this guy heard something, it's like, no, this is what it is.
Yeah.
And have it like pinned in their Instagram, fucking just set there so they can
This
just go
is what
back
a
to it,
catch
whatever.
is.
Exactly. And then just to finish out the game, recap, shout out Drew from Pick a Side Podcast. Prayers up to him, and sorry for your loss of Bo Nix. That was the most confusing notification, and I could not even imagine being a Broncos fan right now where you're
You
on
win
such
the game on
win
the
on
biggest
such a
high.
win. Yes, such a high. Just to get an alert from Rappaport, I believe it was, that your star quarterback is not eligible to play the rest of the season because he shattered his ankle. And there's a lot of theories on what play it was, or if it was in the celebrating in the back.
I thought it was in the locker room. I can't lie.
I get it, like the whole adrenaline bullshit stuff. It's like, if that was the play where like it was a QB draw and he busted his shit on that play, that's unbelievable.
Yeah.
But it's
He's
even
like, it
more
should have just been a
crazy.
kneel. It should have just been a kneel. He literally
Yeah, I
got up,
don't.
ran 3 feet, and then kneeled. Why not just kneel it down? Like, if
It
that's
didn't
the
even look
play,
like he was
oh,
limping at all either. So it was so weird. Like I said, adrenaline. But if you was to celebrate in the locker room and like twisted it, it's, oh my god, I would.
that's what I low-key feel like
I
it's a
hate
media
that.
thing. I
I don't
low-key
even want to
feel like
know
it's a
if I was
media
a
thing,
Broncos
dude.
fan.
I feel like he got in there, they're celebrating, he shattered his shit. Like, all right, we got to make something up. He's like, that QB run I had, just tell him it was that.
Remember that one play, the last play of the game? Remember that?
But I do
But
think he was on the sidelines, and I do think he was kind of talking to some of his coaches and like had some discomfort. You can kind of see it on his face, and I think he was talking to him. So I think it probably was in the game. But I love the narrative that it was celebrating. So
it's so crazy. But yeah, sorry, man. Hopefully Stidham can get it done, but that was just terrible news.
yeah,
But
it's his first game since like 2023 or 2022 or
2022,
something.
2023, 4 career starts. So shout out him.
Hey,
But
Nick Foles tweeted at him. He can get it done, dude.
yeah, oh my God, it would be awesome. But to finish out the recap, gotta talk about it. She's in the Bear podcast. So the Bear season, Cinderella season is over. They lose to the Los Angeles Rams at home, 20-17. Shit sucked. I'm not gonna lie. I was pretty depressed. Honestly, nah, I wouldn't say more depressed than that Packer loss, but it was pretty rough. Losing a game we should have won. We played better, in my opinion, and it fucking sucks that the one time that our defense shows up all year long, the offense is like, nah, we ain't feeling it today. But Dennis Allen called it a brilliant game. I love him. Love his play call this game. Got pressure on Stafford. That was the main thing. Cornerbacks came in, and like I was saying with Kyler, and Alex is making fun of me about with games against the Saints. That's what it was. That's what was shown. We were corner blitzing the hell out of Rattler at the time, but Stafford can't move, and when you were pressure him and he can't get the ball out super fast, he kind of struggles, as every quarterback does. But he called a brilliant game. Ben Johnson was all right, wasn't great at all, but I think he was really in his head about the offensive line switch up. I don't know if you saw, but Tooney was playing left tackle, and then we
yeah,
had
I
a
did
guy
see that.
that hadn't played all year, was playing the guards position, and he was running it to the right side where Darnell and Jonah Jackson were all game long. So by the third quarter, the Rams defense was like, we know you're running it over here, and you're not going to do anything else. So that was kind of aggravating that he didn't switch that up. But I just was texting Rian, shout out him, Bear fan. We just gave up too many opportunities. Third quarter, we didn't do anything. We shut out. Both teams didn't score in the third quarter at all. So we had a bajillion opportunities to score points or even a field goal, and I don't even think we got on our side of the field that whole quarter. But that shit sucked. I'm think I'm finally on the train with Alex about DJ Moore. Kind of getting sick of him, I'm not going to lie. The whole effort thing on that last play. Hate the play call to start off with, going for a kill shot when we just need a field goal to win. But he was just, I don't know if you saw the play, he was just not running a full route. And the cornerback made a good play on it and basically ended the game, obviously, which happened. And yeah, so now the Rams move on. Bears season is over, and we have a lot of decisions to make with some free agents, and we'll get to that during more of the offseason. But really good season for the Bears. Can't be mad at it, but we should have won that game, in my opinion.
Yeah, the one thing I kind of wanted to touch on is Caleb Williams. Obviously, he I think only had maybe like 6 picks in the regular season, and I think in the playoffs, what do you have, 4 total?
Five.
Five,
Five.
and yeah, like Caleb Williams is, in my opinion, he's going to be a top 10 quarterback next year. I'm not exactly sure where at, but the talent that he has is unbelievable. But some of the plays that he's making, like to end the game, that 4th and 8 or whatever, where he runs away and he chucks a prayer to Cole Kmet. Somehow it's a touchdown. The Rams guy, I don't know what's going on with you. You're a professional. That shit should never happen. I'll just say that right off the bat. But great throw from Caleb, but that was like a prayer. I feel like Caleb's kind of getting away with this nonsense, these crazy throws because they work sometimes, which make huge plays. But then I think in overtime he did the same thing. He tried to do a bit too much and have a great play and try and seal the game, and that's where he made a mistake and literally threw the game away at that point. So I feel like he's got to make better decisions of like, okay, like obviously when you need it, like that 4th and 8 against the Packers, needed it at that point, like amazing throw, whatever. But it wasn't even fourth down in overtime. Like it was just hey, I'm going deep here. I'm gonna try and be superhero. He
Made no
can't do
sense.
that in the
Made no
playoffs.
sense.
So, like I said, no disrespect to Caleb. I think he's a top 10 quarterback in this league. He has so much talent, but he also has a lot to learn. So I feel like he's kind of getting away with some of these crazy, risky, stupid throws just because they work sometimes. But no, your defense really stepped up this game. You made it a hell of a fight. Quite frankly, I thought the game was over when the Rams didn't score in overtime. I thought when you were getting it back, that was going to be the game, but Caleb makes a mistake and they went down and ended the game.
Yep.
It was a hell of a season for you guys. You got, like you said, you have a lot to, kind of figure out in the off season, but you should have a lot to look up to for this next season.
Yeah. Yeah. I was a negative Nancy. I won't lie. I was pretty down, obviously, that night. But, thankfully we do this pod a few days after the game so I can kind of, come back to reality a little bit. I'm excited for the future, obviously. And with the whole interception thing, dude, it's like they're bad, obviously, on paper, but like if you just like watch the game, DJ Moore gave up on a route, basically. Cole Kmet, or not Cole Kmet, Colson Loveland, made a bad read. I'm not me saying it. That's what they were saying on the broadcast on that pick against the Rams. And then the first one in Green Bay, Luther just ran a wrong route. So I think and this was all first year Ben Johnson. So I think them having a full offseason, obviously this upcoming offseason is going to be nice. And Caleb just got the one thing he's got to do, and everyone's been preaching, is his accuracy. Is that if his accuracy gets to at least even 65%.
That was
I,
another thing I forgot to bring up, dude.
I,
Like
I, I might bust a nut if
he,
he just figures out the medium stuff and the easy stuff, I should say. He's going to be deadly, but just didn't have it this year, and obviously didn't have it the year before either. But that should just be his number one thing. You can only do so much in the offseason, and that'll obviously be his number one thing. And I think we should combine all of our money and send a jug machine to Roma Dunze, because I'm kind of sick of him dropping the ball all the goddamn time. But yeah, I'm excited for the future. This division is just going to keep getting better, and bear down. That's about all I got for the game.
yeah, just to touch on that really quick, Caleb's accuracy. It's just one of those things, man. Like it's not even like the crazy plays, like it's like there's one play that I think of specifically. I forget at what point in the game it was. I think it was in the fourth quarter, maybe the third quarter, but it was like 3rd and 4. you decide to throw a ball and somebody does a quick little out route or like goes to the flat on the right side and he's got like a foot or two of separation and Caleb just straight up misses him completely. Wasn't even really close. That would have moved the chains. That would have been a first down and I think you guys were going to be on like the maybe 25-yard line, but he ends up not making the throw and you guys do some. I don't know if you kicked or whatever you did, but it's just little things like that. Like the ones who actually have to make a play, like you're throwing it fucking 10 yards to get a first down, to move the chains, to reset the downs, get something going, maybe go score. Completely misses them, and that was just a moment that I think of. But yeah, he's definitely got to get better with his accuracy.
Yeah, and it was weird thing that I kept seeing. He just wasn't running anymore. I don't know if someone told him to not run as much, but I think next year there should be a lot of like RPOs and designed runs for Caleb. I think that'll be a fun idea to have. And
He took off for 40 at the end of
yeah,
the game.
and
That
that's
was
the thing.
nuts.
Like, let me see if I can pull up his
I don't
rushing
understand that.
attempt.
Like, he just doesn't seem like someone who can really escape the pocket and can scramble. Nobody can touch this guy, and
He's
he's the most
fast as shit.
annoying shit I've ever seen. Because he
Yeah.
looks like a bitch when he's sitting there with the ball in his hand. He just does one move, and then there's no one near him. I'm like,
Yep.
fucking tackle him,
Dude,
dude.
he's short. Like I think he's like 6 feet, but he's a load. He is so strong, and it's so hard to
Pretty sure
tackle
he's like
him.
6'1", 225.
Yes, I have it right here. 6'1", 226, 225. Yeah. But yeah, 5 carries for 40, a long of 26. Dude, it's just someone's just got to tell him it's okay to run. Like I don't know if someone told him that in like week 14, he just stopped doing it. But
Dude,
that
I
was
think I think he just tries to play superhero. Like we talked about it when he was coming into the league. Like when he was
yeah,
at USC, he had to play superhero, and I think in the back of his head, he's still trying to do that. He's
and
made some
yeah,
fantastic plays, and he is a phenomenal quarterback. But I think he's really doing that when he's like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna do it myself," and that's when he'll run or he'll make like in overtime he threw that dumb ball. He's like, "I'm just gonna do it myself."
yeah.
Kind of a thing. I wonder if that's still kind of in the back of his head, but we're just kind of nitpicking at this point.
Yeah, I think, and like I said earlier, another season with Ben Johnson, I think that gets cleared
For
up.
sure.
And at the end of the game, you could just tell how different our offense one was when Colson Loveland wasn't playing. I
He
didn't
got
know what
banged up,
happened to
right?
him. No, yeah, he smashed his head into the ground and had a
Yeah.
concussion. It looked terrible, but yeah, I was like, dude, where is Colson Loveland at? And don't get me wrong, love Cole Kmet, blah blah blah. He's not Colson Loveland in the receiving game, and it was just it was weird. It just seemed very off, and I know that's his guy, but no one stepped up. It was kind of annoying. But we're done with the Bears for the 25-26 season. It was a good season. Can't be mad at it. So to finish out this podcast, we are just gonna give our little preview, if we want, conference championships for the NFC and AFC, and then our picks. What side do you want to start with?
Go AFC.
AFC. We'll start with the AFC. The AFC championship is the New England Patriots going to Denver with Stidham. How are you feeling about this game and who you got?
Oh, it's tough too because you said it earlier. Drake May hasn't looked the greatest in the playoffs. He's kind of having a couple of mid games. He could be better. I do think he's also been kind of bailed out by his receivers, making some fantastic grabs, some great plays. And he's going up against the Broncos defense, who are playing pretty solid right now. It's just the quarterback
Oh,
is killing me.
breaking news. Uh, Flores has signed an extension with the Vikings. So he will
Oh,
be with the Vikings
wow.
this offseason, or this next season.
That sucks.
Dang it!
Alex
Dang
is
it,
pissed
dang
he's
it,
not
dang it.
here now
Yeah,
because he'd be screaming.
idiot.
Oh,
Totally
that
cool.
fucking blows. God damn it.
Yep.
Whatever.
Oh. Packers interview defensive back coach Al Harris for a defensive coordinator job
All
today.
right. Not bad. Not bad. Um, yeah, dude, I don't know. Back to this game. It's just the quarterback situation is killing me because do I think that Broncos defense can carry?
Oh, okay.
Yes. Can Jared Stidham win a football game in the playoffs in the AFC Championship game, not having played in 4 years?
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
gonna
right
go
there.
yes. I'm going Broncos to win this game.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's
I'm gonna go
awesome.
Broncos. I think the defense is gonna step up. I know Drake May's been great all season. Hasn't been great these last few games. I do think they're gonna scheme it up and kind of put some pressure on Drake May, and I think they're just gonna get it done. I mean, he's literally Jared Stidham's gonna have to literally just be an average quarterback, get it to Sutton, get it to Mims, somebody, just no stupid mistakes, and I think they can win this game.
Yeah. Back to the Flores thing really fast. So he has an extension, but still can be a head coach. So we're still praying that he gets a
Hmm.
coaching spot. I don't know how that shit works. I don't know
Yeah.
why. I don't. That's kind of weird, but
Hey, we'll give you
he
this
has an extension.
extension if you don't take a head coaching job.
Basically, that's exactly what Mr. Schefter is saying right now. He has an
Nice.
extension ready, unless he gets a head coaching spot. But back to the AFC Championship game. Um, I liked all your points. Just the last one I did not agree with. I don't. I think Drake May is going to struggle. I think he is playing very good defenses, obviously, with the Broncos and then last week with Houston. But I don't think Stidham gets it done. I think Mr. May finds the end zone once or twice, and that might just be it. Drake, we'll probably see how good Bo Nix actually is with the weapons that they have in Denver when Stidham just doesn't get into the red zone at all, possibly.
See, the one reason that's making me think that he can get it done is because, like we've talked about the Patriots, their defensive line is not crazy. They've played two teams with terrible offensive lines, and now they're playing the Broncos with one of the best in the entire league. So even though it's a backup, I think this offensive line's gonna be able to give him a lot of time in the pocket, a lot of time to be able to make reads, and all he has to do is just pick the right read. No stupid mistakes. I'm not expecting him to go look like the greatest quarterback of all time. I just think he's going to be able to do enough on the offense to be able to win this game, and I think the defense is going to do the exact same thing on the other side.
Yeah, and Denver has a very good offensive line too, so they'll probably contain the Patriots defensive line.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, yeah. Basically just agreeing with you, and I just think I just don't know if Stidham puts up the points.
Yeah, I know it's
Sadly, it's
we'll see.
5.5 towards New England is the spread. So I'm gonna go Patriots here. I think it woulda, coulda, shoulda. Don't want to play those games. Never want to be in that world. But if Bo Nix plays, I think this is Denver by 2 scores at least. But Stidham, I'd love to be wrong. Hey, I'd love to be wrong. I would love to be wrong, but
Drake May hater over here.
just for the analysis. Oh, dude, this is a lose-lose for me. This is two 24 quarterbacks right here. One of them's going to the Super Bowl. So I mean, obviously Bo Nix isn't playing, but I'm gonna go Patriots here. Got to be an analysis or a that guy and pick the right team just because. But I'm
Stats.
gonna go Patriots. So that's my pick for the AFC Championship game, and we'll go over to the. Actually, I'm super excited for this game, the
Gonna be a
NFC
great game.
Championship game, where the Rams are going over to Seattle, playing the Seahawks. What do you think?
Oh man, I think I'm gonna go Seahawks. I think I'm gonna go Seahawks after the performance they had against the 49ers. You know, they were injured, whatever, blah blah blah. This Seahawks team is rolling right now. Kenneth Walker looked great. And even against the Bears, Monangai and Swift both were actually running the ball pretty well. So I think Kenneth Walker's gonna be able to run and do good against this Rams defense. I think Sam Darnold's not gonna make too many mistakes. I think the offense is rolling. The Rams haven't really looked like themselves this playoff so far. Been in some close games against the Panthers. Who shout out to the Panthers? They played well. I was expecting the Rams to do a little bit better, and against the Bears, once again, personally, I was expecting the Rams to look a bit better. So I'm gonna take the Seahawks. They've just looked better so far in these games, and you know, during the regular season, it was split 1-1. I think the Seahawks take this one again
Yeah, divisional games are always going to
at
be
home
tough.
too.
Yeah,
Seahawks at home.
at home too. You're correct. Seattle looked good, obviously last week. Just kind of repeating what you said, Rams did not look good, obviously, against us. But it's gonna sound stupid. Seahawks are a better team. They're not my number one team when I did the rankings, but I am going with the Rams. I think this is the game that they just somehow figure it out. I don't know
Five
why.
bucks.
No, because I'll get it wrong. If I bet on it,
Ah,
I'll
ah.
I'll jinx it. you know me by now, Connor.
But
I
you know
I
me. You
don't.
always make fun of me because I don't win bets.
Then that's because you jinx it. So I'm right. I don't bet. I don't bet because if I do, they play like ass, and that's why I suck at betting. But no, I got Rams. We can just put it in our head. Who bragging rights? I guess we'll do bragging rights. But I got the Rams here. I think Stafford figures it out. I do really think that index finger is actually like messing with him when he banged it in the Panthers game because he was off on throws in Chicago. But people are saying it was because of the weather. I'll just run with that narrative, I guess.
It could be.
But yeah, I think they just figure it out and they sneak away. It's going to be a close, really fun game. I
It'll
think this
be a
first game
really
at,
good game.
at 3 or 2, I should say, when the AFC is going to suck. And I think this night game is going to be pretty good. So I'm excited for that. You got the Seahawks. I got the Rams. Didn't get the picks for the other boys. Don't really care. Didn't really feel like asking. So that's what they get for not showing up. But those are our picks. We'll put out a graphic on Friday about it, so you'll see the other two's picks on Cheese and Bear Pod on Instagram and all the socials. So make sure you guys go check us out there. But that's all I kind of got. We're gonna do some games after this, so make sure you guys go check those out. You got anything else you want to talk about before we get out of here, Connor? Cool.
Actually, great UFC fights this Saturday.
Cool.
Tune in on Paramount Plus. First pay per view.
O'Malley, right?
First, yeah. Sean O'Malley versus Song Yadong is the co-main, and Paddy Pimblett versus Justin Gaethje for the interim title is the main event.
Fire. Cool. With that, you're listening to Cheese and the Bear podcast. Go Bucks, I guess.
Go Packers, baby.
Bear down.